Rupert Rats Part Photo. I gotta show those what would happen. I kick it solo. Had a Fogo in it's the proto that step up to the podium. No gas like petroleum. Should probably bring the sodium. You salty. So you bite up off the audio.
Welcome back to the Struggle Studios YouTube channel, and we're reviewing Invincible, the spoiler review, episodes 3 and 4. They seemed almost like filler episodes to me. Pretty good, but like number 3, I don't think much happened. Like they fought like a guy at Mount Rushmore, and then number 4 is like the Mars trip, which I guess you could say that they're like building. But anyways, we're good jumping ahead and getting into the review. Introductions, I'm Steve. That's Cassius, Grant, CJ. And this is the Struggle Studios YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're doing reactions, trailers, gaming, hip hop. We're figuring it out. So this won't be perfect, but we're working on it. So, but we're talking about Invincible, episodes 3 and 4. Spoiler alert, because I've watched it all now. So
finally.
Anyways, so episode 3. It's pretty much, as I wrote down here, it's pretty much filler. You know, it was the funeral for like the Guardians. Like the world finally found out that they're dead. You know, they like started building the new team. You know, they revealed that the family under surveillance because, of course, nobody trusts, you know, Omni-Man. And then what else? There was like they fought like a villain, like who do like seismic, who we'll talk about later in another episode. I think it's something like Professor Seismic or something. He was an earthquake dude. Like he had like bracelets that freaking shoot out seismic beams, and like he was trying to destroy it was a little woke, you know, talking about, you know, racism and like I'll give you a new god or something like that. And,
the Mount Rushmore. Yeah,
and then you know, he talking about, oh, I had a minor in African dance or something like that. You know, but you know, it had like a little bit of like teenage drama and stuff like that. I think this is the episode where the girl Adam Eve found out her boyfriend was cheating. I think this is the episode. I might be wrong, but
that's the episode.
Yeah. But I think that's mostly about it. Oh, this is the first episode they showed Robot was a little bit sus, as you would say, Cassius. He pretty much was the mastermind in releasing those I don't know what they called. Yeah, I just called them the clones. Yeah, they pretty much turns out he you know, it was showing somebody was like helping them release from get released from the prison, and then at the end it wound up showing that it was him. You don't find out until a little bit later what's going on with all that.
So what were your thoughts on the team, Steve? The new team?
I feel like that's the junior team, like still like, you know, like at the end, I don't know, like I'm jumping ahead. I won't jump ahead, but what they was expected to do during those final episodes, I'm like, nah, they ain't even gonna last. At least the other team, you know what? That's jumping ahead, but I mean, it's a good team. I like how it finally felt like they were stepping away from like, and I'm not the craziest biggest like comic book person. Like I know a lot like about like comic book heroes and characters and stuff, but it felt like they stepped away from a lot of like characters. Like they moved away from like the Wonder Woman,
Yeah, yeah,
Batman, and start kind of like making their own characters. And
yeah.
so yeah, that was kind of neat. With the
But
different people.
how did you feel when what's his name? Cecil?
Yeah, Cecil.
Cecil had left the blood up.
Yeah, left the blood on the wall.
Oh yeah. That was a cold move. Said I'll take it down when y'all like he said something like when y'all be I forget what his words were, but basically until they become a better team, then he'll
Yeah.
freaking release, take the blood off the wall. That's cool. But and then episode 4, going right into that, this was like the Mars episode.
Yeah.
It sort of still, it felt like two things. Like, because at first I was like, oh, this is going to be filler. But then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, they're building something. Like,
Yeah.
I think, because I know I'm jumping ahead, but they don't really resolve this. But they do show it like multiple times later on in the season. And so I feel like they're gonna like hit you with this like season 2 or 3 or something like this.
Yeah.
Like it's just like building, like,
Yeah.
But yeah, like they do the mission to Mars. They wanted Omni-Man to go so that they can investigate him. But
Yeah.
then he was like, nah, I'm not going nowhere. And then Mark went, and then he was like, okay, so we can test him and see if, his heart is in the right place, I think is what
Yeah.
they said. He failed, to be honest. he think he did well, but as you can see, like one of the aliens is like took over and is, I think, some kind of way they cloned one of them.
Yeah, I was confused about that part.
Yeah, like they did say like they're kind of like super powered or something, like OP when they like hook onto like a human or something like that.
Yeah, they come back and destroy it or whatever.
Yeah. But pretty much I know in this episode I got some notes here. That's why I keep looking down. I wrote down like the government knows Omni-Man killed the Guardians. And this is the episode when they sent Damien Darkblood back to hell.
Back to hell.
He was like, "Oh, I burnt that book centuries ago or something." It was like, we brought it back. And the technology. Yeah, in 4K. And then what happened? But he had I think because he was getting too close, they wanted to like take like a step back and like monitor him, but he was getting way too close. And I think in the last episode, they like straight up like him and Omni-Man like freaking, like they talked about it. Like, he went to his office and he was like, they're not gonna believe you or something like that. And then when he was like confronting Cecil about it, he was like, "Oh, I know he killed, the Guardians, but I wanna like he wanted to like surveil some more to find out more information."
He wanted to know why he would do that, and like and I think he was like kind of like subbing Omni-Man at the same time. He's talking about Dark Blood, but really he was talking about Omni-Man to Omni-Man. But I don't think he caught on.
Yeah, but he wound up like leaving his notebook inside of, is it Debbie or Donna? Debbie, I think it is.
Debbie.
Yeah, it's in her closet, his notebook. Freaking this is also the episode where Robot like took some of Rex's blood.
Yeah.
You find out he's like doing like an experiment. And then I think that's about all I got wrote down. I remember in this episode. Y'all got anything more to add? I think
they did, especially like in hindsight. I think these 2 episodes were like really like good at like building on to like not only future seasons but this season like itself. Like it kind of started like give you a little more insight what Robot's doing. You still, I think at this point you still kind of think he's kind of evil. You're not really sure yet.
Yeah, like I thought when he first released them that he was doing that like as like a team test. Because remember, after he like released them, the guy came in and he was like, "Are my heroes ready to swim in the deep or something?" And I thought, oh, he was breaking them out so they could like test their might against those guys.
Yeah,
but he had his own. As you learn in later episodes, he has his own agenda.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I think the main like one of the main points of the episode was the divergence between like Omni-Man and his wife. You know, when the demon guy came and like gave her the book, and then kind of episode 3 when he like gave it like whispered that like he up some shady shit.
Yeah, I think it's 3.
I think it's 3.
Yeah, I think it was like 3. And then I think number 4 is when. Yeah, number 4 is when they like took vacation. Remember, because Mark was gone, so they like went to.
Oh yeah, they like neighbor town, bro. Yeah, he's like, I'm on vacation.
Full old dragon attack in the back of him. Freaking, I need you to trust me. Do you trust me? Are you having the calmest conversation ever? Like trying to, and she still didn't, that intuition. She already was like onto it, Well, her antenna was up. But stick around because I think the other episodes number specifically once we get to like 7 and 8 is gonna get way more hype in this room. So check out our other reviews. I mean our reviews, I guess. We did episode 1 and 2. Spoiler. So and once again, like this video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're trying to build this YouTube thing up, see where it goes, So yeah. Peace out.
Rupus Rats Part 4 though, I gotta show those what would happen. I kick it solo, had a Fogo in it's the proto that step up to the podium. No gas like petroleum, should probably bring the sodium, you salty. So you bite up off the audio, retarded, that's why you targeted. Plus you got a sorry flow, I used to partyo from the dirty D to the barrio. Now I build my audience, focusing doing cardio. Running laps around you, I don't have to pound you. Watch your mouth do it, rather wrap a circle around you. If it came down to catching around in the battle mode, I sat your ego, cause you and I are not compatible, get out of here. I know it sucks and it's sad to hear. You and I ain't even in the same street.